Take a girl and a guy, and they fall madly in love and form a family. Sprinkle in some counseling degrees and a doctorate, a dream of transforming relationships as we know it. And 20 years later, we give you power couple Dr. Ray and Jean Kadkodian. And this is their podcast, Couples Synergy.
Welcome back to another episode of Couple Synergy with Dr. Ray and Jean. Hi, I am Dr. Ray.
And I'm Jean. And this is our podcast about love, marriage, and relationships.
Please check us out online at couplessynergy.com or on Facebook and Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter at Couples Synergy. And please subscribe to our podcast, leave us a review, or send us any suggestions on topics you'd like to hear more about. And now on to Couples Synergy, an in-depth look at love, marriage, and relationships, where we bring you our experience helping thousands of couples transform their relationships for over 20 years.
You know, everyone says you should work on your relationship, but nobody teaches us how. So we've created this podcast to teach people what they can do to create the relationship they've always dreamed of.
With the partner they fell in love with. Hello, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to all you couples out there. Hi, I'm Dr. Ray.
I'm Jean. We just wanted to take some time to share our day with you.
We really wanted to share our day. This is our day every year on Valentine's Day. It's a special day for us. And this today is even more special because it is our 25th wedding anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Which is really awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And we just wanted to kind of celebrate with you all because we're in Costa Rica. So we can't be in the States to celebrate with you. So we thought, what better way to celebrate and bring you all in on our celebration. So thank you for joining us.
You know, Costa Rica is a very affordable thing to do because we were going to do something bigger, but it was so expensive. We found this we're in a private home. You see the pool behind us. So we're not at a resort.
VRBO.
Really awesome.
Really awesome. And just rented a car. Got this private home, a private pool, just really be able to kind of celebrate together. And we're going out to dinner tonight, so that's why we're doing this broadcast right now at 2 o'clock. It's actually Central Time down here.
You know, one thing I wanted to share, and we will in a little bit, is some pictures of our lives over the last 25 years. And one of the things that I've noticed in some of the pictures is I remember what we felt like in those pictures. And it might not be what we look like. In some of those, we were sort of angry or in the middle of something painful or hiking and not comfortable. We had a nice truck coming up the side of the hill. And, you know, too often we see the pictures, we don't really know the stories behind the pictures. And we always wanted our story to be shared because we know how hard it is to have what we've created in our relationship and what we hope to help people create. And we've had so much support along the way, so many people who believe in us.
Yeah.
Which has felt really awesome. And that's why I wanted to, share today with you guys and bring you into our world a little bit because you've let us into your world so much.
Eric, thank you. Thank you for the well wishes there. Yeah, our life's work has been to help couples really have what we've been able to create in our own relationship. And it has not been without a lot of work, and we have gone through many stages in our relationship as a lot of couples do. They all go through different stages. They all go through different challenges. And, a lot of people know that marriage is hard, relationships are hard, but I don't think too many people really talk about the challenges that you are going to go through. And a lot of people think that they're alone in it.
We always talk about shifting your life from the morning of life to the afternoon of life. And it's a shift. It really is a shift. And what we're finding is we're getting to a point in our life that feels like an ascension or an elevation rather than a shift. And like anything, it takes effort and discipline to get there. And one of the things that I've noticed, because I'm looking at these pictures from 25 years ago, and we don't look the same.
No, I think we look better.
and we don't feel the same.
No.
And we have been more neglectful of our physical health than our emotional wellness.
As I take a sip of our drink here.
These are made with fresh fruits, which is delicious.
Yeah, fresh papaya and mango from here. Hey, David, thanks. Thank you.
Just whipped it up ourselves. So
You did.
Yeah.
And Christy, happy Valentine's Day. Love you guys bunches. Love you guys too.
So I was thinking about our vows, when we first got married, and we had the traditional vows, sickness and in health.
Mm-hmm.
We're still here, so we made it through that one.
We're in health, right?
Rich or poor, we definitely had many years of struggle in that arena. And I remember, especially when we started the business, having to really disconnect who I was from if I had money. It's like, are the bills paid today? Yes. We have a roof over our house? Yes. It has nothing to do with my value as a human being, and separating that out, because I think if money doesn't destroy you when you don't have it, it also won't destroy you if you do have it. And money is another way that energy flows.
Yeah.
So,
and we've definitely struggled.
Yeah.
We didn't just get to where we're at, overnight.
Do they have fatter or thinner? Was that one of them?
It's not, but I think we could build it into the next 25 years, right? Hey, Rhino.
Hey, Joe. And what's the other one? Good times and bad.
Good times and bad, right.
And I would say our good times and bad have been equal. I think we share our good times. We try to share our bad times. But to me, it feels pretty equal. I don't wake up every day feeling like sunshine and rainbows.
No.
I think it's
not supposed to be.
No.
It's not supposed to feel that way. And, I think Disney did us a great disservice, by having all of the happily ever after kind of, movies, because it doesn't, that's really when it starts. That's when the journey starts and the challenges that kind of come up with it.
And the growth. The growth starts that
Thank you.
Right?
We will enjoy our vacation, yeah.
I know we've been trying to write a book. It's really...
We're 75%
difficult.
done. 75%.
But the angrier I am, the more I have to say in the book, the better I am at finding the words to write. That when I'm feeling good, I'm like, I don't know really what to say. So that's one thing we've learned over the years, is the difficult times is the fertilizer. We know what fertilizer is made of.
Yeah.
That really help us grow. So let's share our little video. I kind of put some pictures together as a little tribute to our relationship and give you a little treat. So let's look at that for a second. I hope you guys enjoy this. This is us for 25 years.
Story of Ray and I when we met, and how things have gone through the last 25 years. So we met, we got engaged, and we got married and started a family, in addition to the family, and our son was born. Then we got some puppies, Docker, Libby, and Jasmine. Finished our master's degrees, got some motorcycles. We decided to start a company, and the Lighthouse was born. Ray got his doctorate. We bought a house in Wakanda, and Alec met Angie and fell in love, and she joined our family. And they went off to college, and we decided to build a bar in our basement. This is Jaxie's Pub, and we have had many wonderful parties in our basement at this pub.
And it's where Couple Synergy was born, too.
And Alec and Angie left for Washington, D.C. Then they got engaged and got married. And Dean left us and went to college and found a girl, Catherine, and fell in love, and she joined our family. And then we had to say goodbye to our pups. And now we're a family of 7, and we're grandparents.
One thing I noticed is we're probably more than half of our lives old. So we're headed in the other direction.
Yeah.
And, one of the things we do is we watch sunrises. We got up this morning and watched the sunrise. I started doing that in my 20s for my birthday before I met you. And we try to do that every year. But we notice is we catch more sunsets now.
Because we stay up late. Hey, Cal.
And
Love you, man.
the
Oh, your mom.
there's pictures that aren't on this because they weren't digital. And in the beginning of our relationship, we didn't have much, but we always celebrated. And we would go to campers or camping or make dinner, or we always did something, whether we had money or not, whether we had babysitters or not. And we made our relationship very intentional from the beginning because we both were in painful relationships and we really appreciated what we had. We've certainly hurt each other through the years, but we've always found each other again.
So our honeymoon was done on the East Coast. And this was before we started the company. We were working in community mental health. And you remember the first lighthouse we had ever seen was Portland Head in Maine. And it was raining sideways. It was like a really bad storm. And, but we wanted to see it. So we got out of the car. It's just raining. And we just watched the light go around, heard the foghorn, and then jumped back in.
Soaking wet.
But, that became really kind of a symbol of our own marriage and our own relationship, is that, we knew that we were going to go through the storms of life, but that there was always this point, right, that will guide us in, will kind of give us that direction or point to head towards. And so when we started the lighthouse, it was just perfect. It was a perfect fit, to name it the lighthouse because of that reason.
And I like the fact that the lighthouse doesn't save you. It's just a beacon of hope when you're in a tough situation. Mm-hmm. And you'll always hear us talk a lot about when we're working with a couple, the one thing we hear over and over again is they don't spend any time together. They don't go on vacation together. And vacations are so important. Even if it's a staycation, change things up, because you get stuck in these ruts. Mm-hmm. And you can't de-stress. We have so much bombardment of information and stuff coming at us. And when you go on vacation, you can create a space where that all goes away and just be with your partner, and de-stress. And you really can't love deeply if you're stressed out. You can't love deeply if you're worried, if you're anxious. It requires a calmness and a stillness.
We were just telling a client the other day that, corporations, companies, they know the impact and importance of that. They have corporate retreats. They have company outings. They have, times where everyone leaves the premises of where they work and go someplace else, because then you get a different perspective. You get a fresh set of eyes on your work and what you're doing, and get refocused on the purpose of what you're doing. And so, when you think about your relationship, it has to have that same kind of dedication and that same kind of renewal, right? It's something that you have to revisit. You have to take yourself out of where you're living, out of your environment, be in a different place, have different perspective, so that you can keep continuing to evolve, keep continuing to change and grow.
Yesterday, we woke up to a very strange sound. Everybody's like, what is that? What is that sound? And I got up and I look out the window, and there's like 40 toucans singing to each other. It was really incredible. It was like we heard a sound we'd never heard before. Yeah. And then we saw an animal we've never seen before, a bird. And this morning at sunrise, we saw a parakeet, like a wild parakeet. And you tried to get on your finger, and you got to touch it for a little bit, but it wouldn't jump on. But these are the kind of things that are not going to happen in your everyday life. And when we get those new experiences, we now have this thrilling thing that we share, and we can go, remember when?
Well, it probably happens in Costa Ricans' everyday life,
Right,
but
right.
not for us who grew up in the Midwest. And
I'm sweating.
yeah,
It's
so
so
am I.
hot. So I'm sorry for you guys that are in the cold
No,
weather.
I'm glad that there's more of a shadow here, because then you don't see us sweating in this 80-degree, sunny, tropical environment.
So instead of renewing our vows, which is a really common thing I think people do when they've been married for 25 years, we decided we want to make an us vow, a
And
commitment,
and us vow.
a commitment to our discipline of ascending our relationship to a different level going forward.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we haven't really sat down and decided all those things, but one of the things that couples who've been married for 25 years, the number one reason they get divorced is they lack a common vision of the future.
Right.
And you can see how easy it is that every day you get up, you do the same thing, and you look back and you're like, wow, that year's gone. That year's gone. Another, is it already December? And it's so easy for that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get really conscious about your life, it slows everything down. And it really requires discipline to love deeply. It requires discipline to create anything.
Look at that hummingbird just sitting there.
Oh, Bobby would love the hummingbirds. They're down here. We found them. That's where they came.
The challenge is getting out of routine, because it is natural for us to want to create a routine, right? So human beings, we're constantly on this precipice of wanting routine and wanting change, but then also being afraid of change. So it is easier then to slip into a routine, which feels comfortable, which feels safe. But the problem with routine is that it creates stagnation.
Which is
And
terrible for us.
anything that's living, anything that is growing can't be
Has to be
stagnant.
moving.
That has to be moving, has to be growing. So, that's kind of why, this vow now is like this movement forward, right? In doing something new for the next 25 years. Next, maybe 50, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe a gold anniversary. That'd be something. But yeah,
So-
this is,
the
And-
setting goals of walking 1,000 miles
Mhm.
and all the hikes we've done have helped us so much change our life from
mhm,
being city dwellers to being more into nature.
nature, rural. Yeah.
And anytime you add something new, it changes you. And I mean, I think that's why we're here on this planet, to evolve and to grow and to become. And I can't think of anything more rewarding or incredible than becoming with another person. I love you.
I love you too.
It's been awesome being married to you. We should probably get some privacy and
25 years.
I know.
It's like, how do you
Figure out
even
our vows.
fathom that? 25 years together. It's
You were
crazy.
24 when I met you. I've known you. I've been in your life longer than I haven't been.
It's true.
You haven't
It's
been
true.
in mine longer yet.
Right. So, when we 25 years ago, actually at 2:00, so that's kind of why we did this today
That's
at 2.
when we got married.
That's when we got married. We pledged ourselves, our lives to each other in front of a church, of people, our loved ones, our friends, family that gathered together in support. And so, today at year 25, we are pledging our love to each other again, to all of you being our now our witnesses, as the witnesses were 25 years ago. So I want to thank you so much for being here today and being our witnesses today, because when you make a formal commitment, when you make a public commitment, then it really, that's really when it becomes real. There's a commitment we make to each other in private,
Yeah.
but when we make a commitment to all the people in our lives that support us, that love us, and wish us the best
And-
intentions.
And you need a village. If you don't have a village, find one. They probably can't hear it. There's a siren
So-
going off over there.
Someone's car alarm or something.
But we've been really fortunate to have a lot of support from our families, from neighbors, from friends, and we welcome it. And we welcome being there for you as well. If there's anything you need, we love helping people, and I personally love accepting help. I think if I feel good, if I'm giving, I want to help someone else feel good by being receiving as well. So that's what we want to share with you guys today. And thanks for joining us and all the support through all the years and all your memories that you have with us and about us.
Yeah, if you guys all have a drink, maybe we just kind of raise a toast and
Happy anniversary.
happy anniversary, happy Valentine's Day to all you couples out there, and keep working at your relationship. It's worth it. It's the closest relationship you will have to another human being.
Until next time.
Until next time, synergize your life and synergize your love.
Go celebrate, take a vacation.
You have been listening to Couple Synergy with Dr. Ray and Jean Ketkodian. Couple Synergy was recorded, edited, and produced by Dr. Ray and Jean Ketkodian. Voiceover and music entitled Breathe and Let Go was recorded and composed by Gina Gonzalez.